So now what will be in body paragraph 1? Okay, we have the graph in front of us. This is the graph. Where is the graph? This is the graph. Okay, let me clear it out a little bit. We said we'll divide it year wise, or we'll divide it the ways by which we purchase the music. Okay, we'll divide it in that way. So I think in 2011, I think we should start from this. Okay, so I will write the body paragraph here only. Okay, so body paragraph 1, that in 2012 or 11, the majority of music sales were of CDs at 55%. So you see how you have to write now. So this is precisely 55%. Now do you see how you have to write the data as well with whatever you're writing? So in 2011, the majority of music sales were of CDs at 55% of all sales. Okay, of all sales. How you always have to look for how you punctuate the sentence. So अब इसकी comparison में, in contrast, streaming was not common at all at only 5%. तो 2011 का हमने trend दिखाया that it was streams were not common at all at only 5%. In contrast, streams were not common at all at only 5%. Also, अब और क्या क्या है इसमें? Also, all the people had started to download. अब 2011 का ही हम ट्रेंड दिखा रहे हैं डाउनलोड्स का. So 2000 also all the people had started to download music. It only represented 35% of the sale. So this is approximately 35% of the sale. Also, although people had started to download music, it only represented 35% of sales, as you can see here, as it is evident in the graph. As sales of CDs began to fall, फिर यही हमने trend देखा कि sale of CDs began to fall, download started to rise. So here at the junction you can see this thing, moreover precisely this one, that as the sale of the CDs started to fall, downloads started to rise. They rose steadily and downloads overtook physical sales in the mid 2013. Okay, so as sales of CDs began to fall, downloads started to rise. They rose steadily and downloads took or overtook physical sales in mid 2013, and during the same period streaming doubled to 10%, but it then started to grow more dramatically. And during the same period, streaming doubled to 10%. Like if it was at precisely 15%, during the same period it rose to 35%, and then it dramatically started to grow further. So that is our last line of body para 1. During the same period, streaming doubled to 10%, but then it started to grow more dramatically. अब यहाँ पे जो but यूज हुआ है, इसके आप synonym भी यूज कर सकते हैं, that even though it doubled to 10%, however it then started to grow more dramatically. Okay, so you can see in the body paragraph 1 we talked about what? We talked about this much. We divided the graph from here year wise. So things to learn: majority of music sales were of CDs at 55%. So we wrote data everywhere we can. We wrote about the data. Okay, whatever the exact figures are. In contrast is a good word to be used. as a linker because it's linking two sentences. In contrast, also, although people had started to download music, it only represent as Ielts of CD. So here is the use of compound and complex sentences all throughout the graph. And then here there is another use of linker. Dramatically is a good lexical resource. Yeah, so this is how you have to form or formulate a body paragraph. Now the next body paragraph, as per the data, I'll directly type it, is that so this is body paragraph 2. Downloads peaked in 2014. So as per the graph, we can see here that the downloads peaked in 2014. This is the downloads, okay, at about 43%. So we are also giving the data. Now we have wrote the word about because we don't know the exact figure of sale, but it fell quickly to 30% by the year 2018. Then again we gave a data of 30% by the year 2018. This was slightly higher than the physical sale. Now we made a comparison between this and the physical sale, so which was slightly higher because यहाँ पे आप difference देख सकते हो. Slightly higher than physical sale, which ranked to 25% in 2018. And streaming, on the other hand, streaming की बात करें तो it overtook both of them and accounted for just over 40% of the sales by 2018. तो यहाँ पे language wise learning points क्या है? Download peaked. It has peaked, okay. Peaked in 2014 at about 43% of sales, but fell. See here, another linker is used, although fell to 30% by 2018. Something synonym of but and you should not write exactly but, or don't write and. But and should not be used like that only. You always have to write the synonyms. This was slightly higher than the physical sales, which shrunk, good word, to 25% streaming, okay. फिर यहाँ पे actually में full stop था. Streaming, on the other hand, very good usage of linker, will fetch you marks and accounted for just 40% of sales in 2018. So यहाँ पे आपके 6 to 7 linkers use होने चाहिए. 6 to 7 linkers should be used, okay, and 7 band 9 words or 7 plus band 9 words should be used. So this is all about graph, right. एक और चीज़ है इसमें learning wise. One more thing is there to learn, that is how to write like words of approximation. Like if instead of writing 25, I can write a quarter of people were interested in downloading music. Or if I wanted to write 20%, I could have said a fifth, okay. So we will learn this kind of language also. कैसे? I'll tell you that okay. So to learn this, there is an easy trick that wherever a is mentioned, a third, a quarter, a fifth, a sixth, everywhere which is where it is mentioned a here means what? A here means 100. A 100. तो 100 का fifth portion. So 100 का third portion. So 100 divided by 3. Quarter means what? 4. So 100 divided by 4. A fifth means 100 divided by 5. A sixth means 100 divided by 6. So what will be the answers if you do the calculation? It will be a third is basically 33%. A quarter is 25%. A fifth is 20%. A sixth is 16.6%. That can be written as 17% to be more precise. So a third, a quarter, a fifth, a sixth, and if you want to write like, let's look at the example here. Like it's shrunk to a quarter, okay. अगर 43% का करना है तो 43% का अभी नहीं है, but 30% का करना है. So approximately 1/3 or a third of population wanted to download the music. So that is how you can write. If you want to say 20% of the population, you can say a fifth of population was interested in this. If you want to write something near to 17 or 15% or 16%, you can say almost a sixth of like 1/6 of the people were interested in streaming or something like that. Okay, अब ऐसे ही आते हैं 2/3 और 3/4. 2/3 and 3/4. सो 2 यहाँ पे 1 मीन्स 100 था, तो 2 यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 200. 3 यहाँ पे मतलब आ जाएगा 300. सो 200 डिवाइडेड बाय थर्ड मीन्स 3 एंड 300 क्वार्टर मीन्स डिवाइडेड बाय 4. तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा 6 एंड 66%. एंड दिस विल बी 75%. So if you want to say that 75% of the people were interested in voting this particular party, so you can directly write that 3/4 of the population voted to one particular party. 3/4. And this is 2/3, or this is 1/3, 1/4 ऐसा करके. So this is also a smart language, that instead of writing these words exactly as 20, 27% or all these, you can write the words like a fifth, a quarter, a fifth, a sixth, a 2/3, 3/3. That way it shows your command on language. And this language is used for pie charts, if pie charts come in your way as questions. So here we have finished with graphs, charts and everything. There are many questions, especially Cambridge questions, that we can solve. And we are going to solve it only because these videos become very long and I have solved a sample question, although I also wish to solve many more questions with you. But if you want to solve more such questions, you have to comment down below and we'll solve standards Cambridge questions. And next part of the video will be about maps, pie charts and mixed graph. So next we'll discuss about maps. Super easy, but only thing is that you should be able to understand the directions. Okay, so maps के बारे में discuss करेंगे. Till then, like, share, subscribe and turn on the post notification for more such videos.